I got a gun pulled on me. Yes, you read the title right. I got a gun pulled on me. And if you're expecting for the story to be like me like pressing someone and they just whipped out a gun, or I was like a victim of a drive-by shooting, and I somehow escaped, then no, it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. But I did get a gun pulled on me, and I'll explain to you guys how that happened. So let's let's rewind back to 2018. I was a sophomore in high school, and this was around the time when like school shootings in America was blowing up like crazy. Like a school shooting was happening this day, another one happened this day, and it was just blowing up. So what initially was going on in my high school at the time was we were like having assemblies, drills on like scenarios, and we'd create these like drills to prepare for if a school shooting actually happened. It was that bad. Like that's how bad this time was, especially for like high schools and schools. So let's get to the day of when I got a gun pulled on me. So I was on the bus. I was getting off the bus because this was before I could drive, and I'd still have to take the school bus. I was with my three friends when we'd get off the bus, and we were walking towards like, I think we were walking. I was walking towards my first class, which is French. Shout out to my French teacher if she ever watches this. She was a nice lady. And on the way there, um, my PE teacher all of a sudden just calls me over. Like my PE teacher at the time calls me over, calls me and my friends over, my three other friends, and they're just like, you need to come to the locker room right now. You need to come to the locker room right now. And we were like, why? And he's like, just come, just come, just come. So we're like, all right, because we were scared, like, and everyone was, and I forgot to mention, everyone was running and stuff as well. Like everyone was just going crazy, like, and we got, was it? They sent us to the locker room, like the football locker room, like where they huddle up and stuff, like, cause in my school there's a locker room and there's like a locker room specifically for football players. So yeah, essentially that had happened, and we were just in the football locker room for about, I'd say, like 30 minutes, just on our phones, just chilling. We don't like no one had a clue what was going on. Like everyone was just in awe. Like everyone was just like, what the heck is going on? Like I just came to school to go to class. So yeah, I was just talking to my friends. We were just talking about, soccer, this, that. And then all of a sudden, someone's knocking on the door, and then we're just like, what the? Everyone just looks at the door like this, like everyone's eyes are open, and the door opens, and it's just a guy with a gun. He's just pointing the gun everywhere, he's like this, like that, and we're just like, what the fuck? So we have our hands up like this. We just have our hands up, and we are all just like frightened. We were just like, I legit thought in that moment I was gonna die. Like I thought I was dead. Like I was like, nah, it's over, man. I was crying. And then all of a sudden they just say, is, I'm not gonna say his name, but they said, hey, then they said someone's name here. And then he just stands up like this, and then after he just gets puts in cuffs. And the the guy, they just take the guy away, and then all of a sudden the guy with the gun puts his gun down, and he's just like, hey guys, I'm police. I'm the police. We were just here to get that guy because apparently he had a gun. It was allegedly he had a gun, and we were like, what the fuck? And um, at first I was just like, what? I was thinking, I was like, bro, how would we have known you were police? You should have announced something first, like that you're the police, because we were all just frightened for our lives. Like you just came in with a fucking AR, just like pointing it at like 17-year-old kids, you know, looking like he just looked like a normal guy who's going out for like a shootout. I don't know what the fuck, like, man. But anyways, yeah, that, like, we were all just like, what the fuck. And then what happened next was this guy told us that guy, yeah, he is allegedly had a gun on him, and that we all had to come with him and explain our sides to the story. So we'd explain our sides to the story, but three people had to stay. And guess who those three people were? Just guess who those three people were. Me and the guys I got off the bus with. Us three. So me and my friends, we're just sitting down. We're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why did we have to stay? Like, we didn't even do anything. We were just walking to our classes. Like what the heck? And I'm telling you guys, like, we were getting pissed, like, just sitting in a room, like, and then all of a sudden, some lady in the office, because there's a school office. Every school has like a receptionist area, or like, there's this lady from the school office like, hey, come with us. And she just explains to us that we were really close to one of the closest to the area where the alleged school shooting had happened. And what had happened was the kid who got handcuffed in the football locker room, he had made, he had made a gun noise. Like a click click, like click click, and a teacher had heard that from outside, and she came in, like, she rushed to the office and told them. And then after that, we got put in a lockdown, because then, and it made sense. It made sense why that happened, because at this time everyone was paranoid. It was like COVID at the time. Everyone did, when COVID was a thing, no one wanted COVID. It was like this, in America, like the school shootings and stuff. Everyone was scared. Everyone was like, frightened. They didn't want it to happen, because it could happen at any point. It was that scary. So she went to the office, and she had the lockdown had happened, and me and my friends were just really unlucky to be like close to that scenario. And they just wanted us to explain what had happened, and we had told them that no, we weren't with them. They just wanted to know if we were their friends, basically, like if we were his friend, because he was also with like other people, his friends. But yeah, essentially we just told him that we weren't his friend. And yeah, I went home after that because I was like, bro, I could have died. So I just went home, played some FIFA with my friends, ate some food, and yeah, that's all that happened. And I think it was like a few months later, he was like, apparently he had like a pocket knife on him though at the time, in school. And I was just like, bro, like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was just like, dude, that was just a crazy day and a crazy experience for me to experience. And I was like, what the fuck? And he had came back to school like I think a year later, and it was just like nothing had ever happened to him. Like, he just came back and was just like chilling. He was just like dabbing people up. And I was like, bro, if I was ever in that scenario, I would not want to go back to that school, bro. I'd want to move. But he had like the mental toughness to come back. I don't know. I could never have done that. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's the story of how I got a gun pulled on me. And yeah, it's crazy. I told my parents this story, and they were just like, we really trust, like, we really trust this school. Do we really trust the school system to keep our kids safe? And that was a big topic that I was always thinking about as well. Even in high school, like, do they really know how to keep kids safe? Like, but that's another topic for another video. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.